Guys, how we doing? How we doing? You got to excuse this mess. I've bought so many cards lately, and I'm trying to sort, and I've got cards everywhere. So just ignore the mess, and I'm going to try to focus on tonight's episode. Everybody knows that's dealt with cards. This is a waste, okay? But this, I'm doing these videos. This video as an educational piece to for those of y'all that don't know or see them and think I'm interested in them, and that's the Walgreens packs. Yes, they're about $6 a piece, and you can find some different things in them, but it's not. I don't know. I've gotten a few good things out of them, but mainly not. But I got it just for fun, so those that haven't maybe seen it can understand and see what it's all about. But mistake number one a lot of people make is they try to open it from the top and they're glued down really good. Just try it from the bottom. They open so much easier. So you go right here and pull this little tab and it pops right open. So much easier than trying to do it the other way. So all right, well, so you get a little stack in the baseball. You get a little stack of cards. Oh, we got 90 Donruss. Open that here in a minute. I'm gonna set that there, but you get a variety of cards. We'll go through them here and we'll see what we got. So, okay, so I open a baseball pack and I get a football card. Okay, well, that's interesting. Okay, Micah Owings, not sure who that is. Willie Tavares. Tops attacks on Torrey Hunter. Okay, I like my Braves, but I've never heard of him. Okay. And we got some mix. Here's some newer cards, so it's not, not too bad, but as you see, I really haven't hit that big hit yet. Then we'll go back to some junk wax here in a minute. And again, excuse the mess, guys. I'm just trying to get this done real quick. But was this one of the Looney Tunes cards? That's kind of cool. Hadn't seen one of those in these packs. Steve Searcy, future star. Sid Bream on the 89. Tom Candiotti, Deion James. I got an 83 Donruss. Joe Ferguson. Gary Gray. Again, older cards, but I really hadn't heard of these guys. Tom Hume. One thing I've started doing, I got so many cards, is collecting different things. And one thing I do is I'm started to collect guys with the big 80s and early 90s glasses. So, just kind of an oddity type card. Jose Oquendo, Juan Bonilla, Mike Easler. Then we got the Fleer. We got Shane Mack, Mark McLemore, Roger McDowell, Harry Spillman, Steve Balboni, Otis Nixon. I know. Too bad we don't have a Billy Ripken in the middle of this. Wouldn't that be awesome with the 89 Fleer? But I know better than that. But, hey, I guess you never know. Somebody could have messed up and slipped one in. But there's a Sandberg. I like that Sandberg. Okay, that's the first somewhat decent card we've seen, or at least in my opinion. So. And again, as you see, guys, if I had to say the best card I found in this box, and that's that Ryan Sandberg. So, that's kind of what you can get, Now, one thing I do when I go to the Walgreens here is I actually kind of pick them up and kind of feel the weight. I don't weigh them or anything, but you can kind of hold them in your hands, and if I feel a pack that's a little heavier than another one, that's usually the one I grab. So, but as you see, there wasn't much there. We'll open this $90. Gosh, I'm going to be honest, it was probably one of my favorite packs, sets as a kid. I got 2 complete sets that I put together of this set, but they were just so mass produced. Plenty of errors, which even the error card aren't worth a lot, but in typical fashion, you see they stick to the back. So can't say this has already been checked one time, but of course the puzzle piece. But let's see who we got here. We'll see. Jeff Ballard. Oh, I like that. Bo Jackson, Diamond King. Okay. Coleman, Mitch Williams, Kirby Puckett. Okay. Darryl Strawberry. Okay, so I would say here, I mean, the best 2 cards would be that Bo Jackson and probably that Kirby Puckett would be my 2 favorites there. And then the Ryan Sandberg. So, yeah, out of that entire box, you see that's kind of what you get. So, tell you what, we're going to keep this thing going. Instead of 2 videos, I'm going to do one. We'll go ahead and open up this football one. And again, it's a lot easier to open it from the bottom. Get this out of the way. Been seeing some USFL cards and a lot of these Sage, and they're still putting the 2023 Sage and Artistry. And I'm going to tell you, I've opened enough of these. I've just about got the set built. I only like a few cards. But let's see here. Let's see, Andre Ware. There's TJ Watt. Yep, TJ Watt. I got these things running every which way. Oops. A lot of people skip over, this Sage, but you can find some of the good rookies in here. Might not be worth a lot, but again, I've mentioned several times, I like to collect names and not necessarily. Names, not necessarily just high dollar cards, but we'll still look through them here and see. I've pulled, the Caleb Williams and things like that, Cooper DeJean, however you say it. Don't see nothing big there. And Michael Kofer. There's Rogers. Like opening the old Upper Deck packs. Every other card's a different direction. Nancy Thigpen. Chris Hinton. I like the Ron Wolfley. And of course, those that's learning me knows I like Ron Wolfley because you see his college, West Virginia. So any Ron Wolfleys I keep from my West Virginia collection. Keith Byers, Jesse Tuggle, Cortez Kennedy, Tom Waddle. Hey, we got an autograph. Let's see who this is. Danny Gray. Cool. Okay, I'll get that penny sleeved here and top loaded here shortly. So you can hit a few. Again, there are no big autos, but you can hit an auto. I've hit several out of these boxes. Stanley Richard. Hey, Willie Roaf. I like Willie Roaf. I do collect him. No big names here. Burt Grossman. Don't know who you are. And I apologize. Johnny Mitchell. I don't know. Darren Smith. And we finish up here with a Richard Huntley. So again, guys, you see not a lot of value, just a fun rip. And I every once in a while, if I get the itch, I like getting them and just kind of seeing what I might happen to find. Like we did pull a little auto, and I got a Mountaineer. So, and in a baseball pack, a couple of cards, but nothing huge. But maybe now, those that are interested can see exactly what to expect out of these boxes. And just so for the record, I think it's all MJ Holdings and stuff. And it says distributed by Fairfield Company. But I'm telling you, I went into Walgreens today, and occasionally they have a few cards, and it's kind of they're not. I've seen other Walgreens with a lot more, but there was a big old MJ Holdings box sitting right there, still sealed by the front counter, and I was like, man, I wish I could just look in that box and have first dibs on whatever was in there. But so I'll be keeping an eye out and going back by and checking it out. But give them a consideration that Walgreens, you can find blasters and things there. I actually one time pulled out a Kevin Durant card that was a 9 out of 10 out of a blaster. So, I mean, it's possible. But, as far as let's get back to the subject. These right here, man, they're a nice little rip if you want to rip a little something, but don't go get them and expect something big. I mean, you pay $6 for it, and you might have got $6 in return. So, anyway, I just wanted to pass that along again, and we appreciate you guys for watching. And again, please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, and feel free to comment with any suggestions you may have. Y'all have a good day.